So I'm finally here in my room. So after we landed around 4:30 p.m., got out the airport pretty quickly by around 5, and there was a huge traffic, so it easily took like an hour, and we reached the room at 6 o'clock. So yeah, I think we have and I did a lot of like talking to the driver, and he was really sweet. He kind of helped us with all the little places that we can see. So I told him like we just have one night. Tell me what I can see in one night, and he's given me a few points. And he's also given me a few pointers on where I can eat. So if you're here for the first time and you have limited time like me, make sure you talk to a local to just get some guidance on what are the main areas and the points that you can see. And yeah, so another thing is none of our mobiles are working, so we don't have data. We're going to try and figure out if we can find a sim, else it's going to be really difficult to kind of find our way around here. So yeah, that's one thing. And we are also very short of money, so that's another thing. So let's see what we can do with what we have. So this is the map which I got at the hotel, and the guy at the reception was sweet enough to mark it out for me, like what all I could cover in a night. So this little point here, this is where my hotel is, and he even suggested somewhere that we could eat, which is on the way to the Eiffel Tower. So we ate over here, and then we are going to walk to the Eiffel Tower, that is here, and from here we're going to walk to Trocadero, which I believe is a good place to view the Eiffel Tower from. And from here, then we're going to walk back, cross the river again, and we're going to come here, which is where the tomb of Napoleon Bonaparte is. And from here, the plan is to go to the Louvre Museum. Either we will walk or take a taxi, we're not sure, but I think we'll just walk, I'm not sure. So we go to the Louvre Museum here, and then we go to the Champs-Élysées. So yeah, so that's the overall kind of plan that we have. Let's see how much can be done. Yeah, let's go. This is the hotel lobby of where we stayed. The hotel was pretty basic, but it was really close to the Eiffel Tower, which made walking really convenient. So we were pretty hungry, so the first thing we did was to fuel up, and for that we were suggested to go to this restaurant called the Soufrienne. And most hotels in Paris, you need to book in advance if you need to get proper seating. So we just managed to get a table outside. It had a pretty interesting menu, so I wanted to try something different. I ordered a plate of snails, and we ordered some duck, foie gras, and we ordered a terrine of shrimps, a plate of shrimps. There was steak. If you're vegetarian, the options are limited, but it's not impossible to find vegetarian food. So yeah, so once we were full, we were ready to walk to the Eiffel Tower. And like they say in Paris, all roads lead to the Eiffel Tower. So all you need to do is just look up to the sky, and you will know which direction you need to walk. So we just walked with that map, and surely we reached Eiffel Tower. She looks majestic. She's absolutely beautiful. The Eiffel Tower, or the Iron Lady as it is called, it was constructed in 1887 and completed in 1889 as the centerpiece of the 1889 World's Fair. And it was in fact initially criticized by some of the France's leading artists for its design. But since then, from there, it went on to become a global cultural icon of France and one of the most recognizable structures in the world. The Eiffel Tower, in fact, is one of the most visited monuments with an entrance fee in the world. During its construction, the Eiffel Tower surpassed the Washington Monument to become the tallest man-made structure in the world. That's a title it held for 41 years. And this site, my friends, is beautiful. Like, You can't get enough of it. In the night, it's lighted up and it is amazing. There is a lot of activity happening at the base of the Eiffel Tower. There are little Eiffel Towers that you can pick. So if you're looking for a souvenir, this is a great place to pick up some Eiffel Towers. And make sure you hit a good bargain. There are a lot of street vendors here. And if you're interested in going to the top of the Eiffel Tower, the queue is going to be pretty long. I didn't honestly want to spend that time in the queue, so maybe I'll skip that for next time. So instead, I'm gonna have a crepe instead. That is something you absolutely must do when you're in Paris. A hot crepe on a chilly night is something you should absolutely not miss. From here, we headed over to Trocadero, which is just a short walk away. All you need to do is cross the Seine River and you should be here. The Seine River is beautiful to spend by the night, just taking in the views of the night. Just people watching, it's amazing. We honestly couldn't get enough of the Eiffel Tower, so we kept clicking pictures and turning around and really just taking in all of her and really taking our time to kind of enjoy the views. So we spent some time by the banks, just taking in the views of the city and how beautiful and majestic the Eiffel Tower looks, and just the way she changes in the different backgrounds that we get. It was pretty marvelous. The Trocadero is the most popular tourist destinations to take pictures of the Eiffel Tower. The place was named in honor of the Battle of Trocadero. It was on the front terrace of the palace that Adolf Hitler was pictured during his short stay of the city in 1940, with the Eiffel Tower in the background. This picture then became an iconic image of the Second World War. So there is a lot of history around this place, and while I was there, I noticed everybody with the camera, and when I turned around, that's when I saw this beautiful, majestic view, and I was completely awestruck. So I believe every hour the Eiffel Tower lights up, and it's amazing. It's just absolutely magical to see this view along with the city lights and all the bustling activity that's happening. We spend a good 30 to 40 minutes here, just taking in all the activities and spending some time here. We were really cold at this point, so we wanted to warm up, and there is no dearth of cafes in Paris, so we got in and I got myself a little black coffee. I'm in fact not even a black coffee person, but this one tasted absolutely delicious. A short walk from here and we were at the Les Invalides. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Les Invalides is a complex of buildings in the 7th arrondissement of Paris, containing museums and monuments all relating to the military history of France. The most notable tomb at this point is that of Napoleon Bonaparte. The architecture and structure of this building just from outside is absolutely stunning. The dome shines in the light, and there wasn't much we could do at this point because it was all shut down, but just taking in the views was beautiful, and the whole structure in itself is absolutely stunning to watch.
At this point, it's like 12 in the night, and can you see this? There's still a lot of action happening here. And this is something I've only seen here. This is like a bus discotheque. I've not tried it, and I don't think I'm going to try it this time, but it's awesome. But yeah, I think post midnight, maybe the action is a little low, but it's still a pretty safe city to walk around. Now we are walking towards the Loon Museum. So we're going to walk towards the river and cross it to the other side. So then we'll go to Loon Museum, and then we'll go to Champs-Élysées.
The walk to the Loon Museum was pretty long, but I'm not complaining. I loved just walking through the city and just taking in the vibes.
This is like the activity at like 12:30 in the night. It's really a city which doesn't sleep.
So after a nice long walk, we were at the Loon Museum. The Loon Museum is the world's most visited museum and a historic landmark in Paris. It is the home to some of the most best known works of art, including the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo. The place is vast, it's huge just to walk through. If you're visiting the museum, you need to set aside at least a day to get at least a glimpse of this beautiful museum. The Loon Pyramid is the largest glass and metal structure which was designed by a Chinese-American architect, Mr. I.M. Pai. The pyramid is in the main courtyard of the Louvre Palace, surrounded by 3 smaller pyramids. The large pyramid serves as the main entrance to the Louvre Museum, and it was completed in 1988 as part of the Louvre project, and it has become a landmark of the city of Paris. So at this point, it turned 1 in the morning and there was nothing much we could do. The lights turned off and we just came back to our hotel. It was a pretty long walk and my feet are killing me, but really happy. I'm just back to my room and it's 2 in the morning. I don't even feel like it's 2. Like, we've been walking the whole night. The city is so beautiful, but the reason we came back is we couldn't cover the Champs-Élysées street because everything kind of shuts down after 1. So 1 is kind of like when all the restaurants close, the shops close. There are a few restaurants which are open 24/7, but the shops and the streets, everything turns off at 1. So we decided to head back, and my taxi to the airport is at 5, so I have a few hours to just rest before I set off. But the city, it's been so beautiful. I've had such a beautiful glimpse of Paris, which I think I wouldn't have otherwise kind of experienced because we had limited time. I had just a night, so I had a very different experience of just walking through the streets of Paris at night. Definitely looking forward to be back here in the day, kind of be able to go into those museums, and I'm sure it's going to be a different feel and a different sort of experience seeing all of this in the day. But the night had a beautiful vibe, and yeah, the people here. So what I've heard is the French are pretty rude, but my experience has been quite the opposite. Starting from the taxi driver who dropped us from the airport to the hotel, it was pretty sweet. He gave me a kind of a rundown of the things that I can see in the night, the places I can eat. The guy at the reception in the hotel, he was really sweet as well. He marked out for me on the map all the places that I could see and how to get there, and he gave me a lot of hints and points on how to start. Then we had this great experience with the waiter in one of our restaurants. He was really sweet,
And even at 1 in the night, when we were kind of struggling because it started to rain, everything was shutting down, and we didn't have data to kind of get back to the hotel, and we couldn't manage to get a taxi. And when we asked this security, one of the guys in the hotel, he actually booked a cab for us to get back. So really pleasantly surprised by how sweet the people are here, minus maybe one waiter in one of the restaurants. He was pretty snobbish, but I wouldn't still judge the people because of one such experience. And I think if you just open to kind of people, open to experiencing the people, if you're open to kind of asking for help, people are pretty generous, and they easily help you out or want to kind of make your stay in Paris comfortable for you. So yeah, it's been an amazing night. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again next week with a new video. Till then, take care guys. I love you. Bye.
Like the opera and the
opera house.
yes. And I think at midnight it lights, it lights, all the Eiffel Tower will light.
Oh, at midnight.
It's very when it lights,
People are going up.
Yeah, it's okay.